Here we go, last one. So I've got a few more to get through, including the big Johnny Come Lately, which I'll leave for now. But these were great. I loved these. Don't take away my breakaway. They weren't my ultimate favourite, but whenever they were there, the chocolate was good on these, and you could mess about with them, suck all the chocolate off, leave a nice biscuit. They, again, I keep sort of saying this, they were solid and reliable. You knew where you stood with a breakaway. I'm just going to quickly mention Trio. Not really a favourite of mine. I didn't get any because there weren't any. Trio, great. They were decent, but they weren't breakaways, and they definitely weren't clubs. Let's move on. These I did not like at all, but of course, liking biscuits when you're a kid is just a matter of what is available and what isn't available. So if this was all there was, then they would get it. And they are party rings. I don't like the kind of icing bit on the top. It flatters to deceive, definitely, because it looks great with its nice little kind of pattern, but it's just pure sugar as far as I ever could make out. So the biscuit itself is nothing to talk about. Yeah, a bit underwhelmed with these ones, but I'm sure a lot of you love them, and I'm sure you're going to let me know. This is, for me, the ultimate. I absolutely hated these when I was a kid, and I still don't particularly like them as a man. And this is going to upset a lot of people. I know that. I'll take it on the chin. Penguins. Not for me, mate. No, not for me at all. I don't know, I just didn't like them. I think it was to the point where my parents didn't even bother buying them because I just didn't like them, and I guess my sister didn't like them either. Yeah, no, I have nothing more to say about them. Will I eat them now? Yeah, I have done. Funny enough, they're one of the very few chocolate biscuit treats that get handed out in prison every now and then. You only get one of them. I can stomach one of them, so I would eat them. I'm gonna go for this. Okay, so these we all know, but there's lots of varieties of this. But chocolate chip cookies, yeah, they are big in the game, I have to say. You can dip them. They've got, it's a good biscuit. Obviously, you get these huge kind of efforts now that are, they're tailor-made really, but this is a commercial industry one. They're good biscuits. You can't really go wrong with them. You know what you're getting. So yeah, Maryland cookies. I think I'm going to leave the Johnny Come Lately till last. And I think I've covered everything else. Yeah, I have. So this was a real moment when I was in the shop getting all this stuff a couple of hours ago. I had literally forgotten about these, and I can already see a problem with them, but we'll come to that. But I absolutely loved these when I was a kid. Chocolate Animals, Cadbury chocolate animals, fantastic. These are miniature in silly little, lunchbox bags. We used to get them in a cardboard box, and each animal was about, I think, around about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. They were big, and they were the shape of the animal that they were representing. These are just some kind of effort to be an animal printed on a kind of regulation size biscuit. When I was a kid, they used to have a lot of chocolate on them. I'm not going to open these, but we know that shrinkflation will have taken care of these bad boys as well. So that's disappointing. But I loved them when I was a kid. Let me know what you thought of them. And last, but by no means least, the Johnny Come Lately. I'm just going to give you all a few seconds to think about it. When I say Johnny Come Lately, they've been around the block now, but they weren't around when I was a kid. Definitely not. So, can you guess what it is yet? Oh, actually, take that back. We're not doing impressions of paedophiles on here. Yeah, so here we go. Ready? Ooh, hobnobs. Listen. I know I'm a geek, but I watched a documentary about these the other day. Some of you may have seen it. I don't know what channel it was on. I was just sort of flicking about. I found it and I thought, yeah, let's have a look. And it was quite in-depth story about the kind of rise to the top of the chocolate hobnob and why it was such a big success, because its place in sort of biscuit history is that it is, and was when it was first introduced, a really genuinely new kind of biscuit. It really was, because it's got rolled oats, it's got whole oats in it, it's quite chunky. I think they're not cheap, these, but you do feel like you're getting something for your money. Yeah, so hobnobs, again, very dippable. Tea, milk, whatever your dip of choice is. But yeah, I thought I'd leave these till last, and here we are, hobnobs. Let me know what you think. I don't really know anybody that doesn't like these, that isn't partial to a hobnob. So I'll wait for the feedback, guys. But there you go. I think that's a lot of the biscuit family taken care of. As I say, I'm bound to have missed one or two. I went along the entire aisle. I brought what I could find that meant something to me. I'm sure there's plenty of niche bits and bobs, and maybe I've made a clanger leaving out some really kind of obvious massive biscuits in the family, but forgive me for that. This was just a bit of fun, an exercise in lightening the mood a little bit. As you all know, I've been a little bit, well, I don't even know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. I'm not saying this is the big comeback right now. I've still got issues to deal with. This was just half an hour of downtime, really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these, and I've no doubt at all that I'm going to get plenty of feedback. Look, ways for eating these, I guess there are, I always like to deconstruct a biscuit. So as I mentioned before, bourbons, custard creams, jammy dodgers, anything with two biscuits stuck together was definitely subject of experimentation when I was a kid. See what we could do. Even penguins, although I hated them, I still had them if there was nothing else. And, you can split them apart and scrape all the inside out and yada yada. I guess making them last. You can also get the inside bit out of a fig roll as well. There's not a huge amount you can do with this. I mean, actually, if some of you have been really extremely inventive with your deconstruction methods and techniques, then let me know. Let's have some comments. Very quickly before I go, we've got the clock's ticking. Scafell Pike is on its way. I haven't spoken to John for weeks, actually, but that's not a problem at all. I know he'll be ready and up for it. Probation have been told they're happy for me to go, so we will be going. I think we're leaving on April the 12th or 13th. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm ready for it now, but obviously we'll wait till the time's right. It's just starting to get dark out there, guys. Spring's on its way though. Have a great evening.